Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Yo, mom in the fucking stand!
I don't know if you told this last time. I told this story yesterday or the day before to a friend of mine who had traveled to the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Your King of Jordan.
Oh, when he punked me?
Yes.
Yes.
It is one of my favorite stories.
That was a good time.
Will you tell me that?
Yeah.
I forget some of the details.
All right. So this was about 2008 or 9, something like that, when this happened.
And you're going to do a show, and he was going to go but couldn't go, right?
Yeah, I did a show out there, and he couldn't go because he's the king. He
Right.
can't just show up at a friggin' comedy show.
Right.
But he was a fan, so he invited us over to the palace for dinner.
After the show.
After the show. And so me, my brother, my brother's wife, Gabriel Iglesias, Angelo Sarukas, there was a couple other people, but I can't remember who, but we all went to the palace. And we go downstairs. He has this teppanyaki room with a teppanyaki grill, and he's cooking us dinner.
The King of Jordan.
King of Jordan's cooking us dinner. And first of all, it's literally the best steak I've ever eaten in my life. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, this is like, we're eating like royalty.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they had like a whole display out there, like Oreo cookies, all kinds of like, you name it, they had it sitting there for you. Anyway, long story short, it starts getting late, and we're all hanging out, having a good time. And the queen says goodnight, and she goes to bed. Queen Rania, she goes to bed. And my brother looks at me and goes, hey, we should go. If the queen's going to bed, we should probably get out of here.
And you're leaving the next day.
We're leaving the next day. So I say to the king, I said, hey, Ab, we're gonna get out of here. He goes, why? And I go, oh, because, we got an early flight in the morning, and the queen's gone to bed. I don't want to overstay my welcome. So what time's your flight? I said, our flight's at 10:30. He said, so we got to be there by like 7. We got to leave the hotel by 7. He goes, why so early? He goes, because we got to go through all the customs and all that. And he's like, no, you can get there around 9:30. I go, how am I going to do that? He goes, I'll call the airport. And I'm like, you forget that he's a king.
Yeah.
Because he's so cool when you're hanging out with him. You're like, this guy's so cool.
Yeah.
That he seems like a regular dude to you. And then he's like, I'll call the airport. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, it's named after you. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right. It's Royal Jordanian Airlines. You're the Royal Jordanian. I got it. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So I go, you sure? He goes, yeah, get there at 9:30. I'll have people walk you right in. So me, my brother, and my sister-in-law leave. I think Angelo stayed, if I'm not mistaken. Angelo and Gabriel stayed. Gabriel stayed for sure. So the next morning we get up. We get to the airport at 9:30 in the morning. There's these people that meet us at the corner on the curb. They walk us straight in the building up to this private room. And it's like all of us are sitting in this room now, this big giant room. And we're like, wow, this is cool, huh? And it's like 9:35 now. You know what I mean? We're like, this is so cool. We're just chilling. They come in, they take all our passports, and then some. We're all sitting there. When you want tea, coffee, whatever, we're just chilling, all looking at each other like, this is so cool. Like last night we were at the palace, and today we're getting this VIP treatment. And then this guy comes in, looks like a Arab villain guy, with the mustache and everything and the heavy eyebrows, and he comes in and goes, which one of you is Russell Beater? And I'm like, that's me. And he goes, come with me. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy talking to, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at everyone like, hey, I think the king came to say bye to me.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to make a big deal out of it, so he just wants me to go say bye to him. I'll be back, guys.
Yeah.
So we're walking, and he goes, you have a cell phone? And I go, yeah. He goes, give me it. And he snatches it out of my hand. I'm like, this motherfucker. Now I'm getting a little bit of an attitude about it, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you have other one? I go, no. I did. I had it in my pocket, hiding, right? I go, no, I don't. And he goes, so we start walking down these stairs, and he's in front of me. And I'm thinking in my head, because he's kind of an attitude about him. I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to choke this guy out from behind.
Yeah.
While we're going down these stairs. But all right, I don't want to make a big deal out of it. So we go down the stairs, and then there's like 3 guys with machine guns at the bottom of the stairs pointing at me. We come down like, pop, click, click. And I'm like, oh, shit. No, it's me. And I'm thinking, oh, this must be the king's security that came. They're just, making sure. I'm like, no, it's okay, guys. It's me. I'm like trying to play it cool. Hey, guys, it's me. And they're just following me with their guns. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This guy takes me into a room, and it's like an interrogation room.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting behind a desk. I'm sitting in front of him. And he starts asking me questions. Where were you last night? And I go, huh? Like, what? And I look over on the side and I see a camcorder under a blanket. Like he's recording the thing. And all I kept thinking in my head was, that's an old ass camcorder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, where were you last night? I goes, I was out. Because I got an attitude now.
Yeah.
He goes, what were you doing? I was out. Where were you? I was with some friends. Which friends? I go, what the fuck do you mean which friends? I go, I was at the palace. Which palace? And there's a picture of the king behind him. And I go, I was at his palace. Who? Him. My king? Yes. Why were you with my king? And I go, because he's my friend. And I go, you want to see pictures? I go, give me my phone. I pull up a picture of me and the king. And he goes, how do you know my king? I go, because he's my friend. And he's like, why were you out so late? Who were you with? What were you, like all these questions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the fuck is going on here?
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I don't know. This guy's getting a little bit of an attitude, snipping him. And then I hear in the hallway, hey, don't point that shit at me, fool. And Gabriel, Fluffy comes in the room and he's on his phone. And he's like, I go, Gabe, what the fuck's going on? And he goes, hold on. And he gives me the phone and it's the king. And he goes, never be the first to leave one of my parties again. You just got punked, bitch. Yeah.
That's the best, man.
But here, you're going to understand now, the flight's leaving at 10:30.
Yeah.
It's now 10:25 when all this is happening. I'm starting to get nervous because I'm about to miss my flight.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't funny anymore. I'm like, I'm going to miss my flight. And then they walked us straight onto the plane. They held the plane for us. so the king could do this prank on me.
That's wild, man. There's nobody with a story like that.
And subsequently, him and I have become really good friends.
Seriously?
Yeah, we text each other and, like, how you doing, man? I'm good. Yeah, can't wait for this COVID thing to be over.
Ugh, Israel. Ugh.
No, we never do any of that stuff because he's like, don't ever text me any of that shit.
Oh, no. So have you gone to Jordan again?
Yeah, I've been again, and I've gone and hung out with him, and then
That's so crazy.
when I was living in Hidden Hills, he came and visited me one time.
What?
Yeah, so before he came, he said he was going to be in town. I said, why don't you come to my house? And he was like, okay. And I was like, really? And so like 2 days before the day before he came, his security detail came and swept my house to make sure there was nothing.
Yeah.
And then an hour and a half before he came, they came and set up a perimeter around my house.
Wow.
Yeah.
He came over.
And he came over.
That's so insane.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And him and I were just walking around my property and talking. And
Wow.
I was going through some different shit at the time, and I was asking him for his advice on it. And I'm like, just regular shit, like guy talk,
Yeah.
He's the coolest guy in the world.
Yeah. That's so cool, man. Hello, and thank you for watching that highlight. If you want to see more of those, we have them. They're provided for you. So enjoy. Just do a deep dive like you're trying to study us. Click on these and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, and then they'll just be delivered to you. You can watch them when they come out. Please do it.